Women have made numerous advances over the course of history. 1851. Sojourner Truth delivers her famous Ain't I a Woman speech at a women's rights convention in Akron, Ohio. The former slave spent 40 years of her life preaching a message of equality for all people. 1869. Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony organized the National Women's Suffrage Association to fight for women's rights, especially the right to vote. 1920. After 72 years of struggle, women win the right to vote with the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Shortly afterwards, the League of Women Voters is created to push for more reforms. 1942. About 350,000 women serve in the armed forces during World War II. Many more provide support services. About 100,000 of those women serve in the U.S. Navy as WAVs, women accepted for volunteer emergency service. Following the United States' entry into World War II, millions of American women answered the government's call to enter the workforce and fill traditionally male jobs left vacant by those who had gone off to fight. Above all, women's labor was urgently needed to help fill shortages created by the expanded wartime economy, especially in the production of military hardware. Painted for the cover of the May 29, 1943 edition of the Saturday Evening Post, Norman Rockwell's Rosie the Riveter gave visual form to this phenomenon and became an iconic image of American popular culture. 1955. The Montgomery bus boycott was triggered by the arrest of Rosa Parks when she was charged for violating racial segregation laws after refusing to give up her bus seat to a white man. The Montgomery bus boycott was a political and social protest campaign started in Montgomery, Alabama, and intended to oppose the city's policy of racial segregation on its public transit system. The ensuing struggle led to a United States Supreme Court decision that declared the Alabama and Montgomery laws requiring segregated buses unconstitutional. 1968. Shirley Chisholm becomes the first African-American woman elected to the U.S. Congress and the first to campaign for the presidency. She is known for her incisive debating style and uncompromising integrity.
Alice Paul was the original author of the Equal Rights Amendment proposed in 1923. She devoted her entire life to the fight for equality. In 1972, Congress passes the Equal Rights Amendment and submits it to the state for ratification 49 years after it was first introduced. The Equal Rights Amendment is the name of a proposed amendment to the United States Constitution intended to guarantee equal rights under the law for Americans regardless of sex. However, a constitutional amendment requires both Congress and the state's approval, and the measure later failed when only 35 of the necessary 38 had ratified. It has been reintroduced into every session of Congress since that time. 1972. A federal law known as Title IX ensures equal funding for both male and female sports in schools. As a result, women and girls have more opportunities to participate in sports. In fact, many female Olympic athletes say Title IX gave them the opportunity to attend college, participate in sports, and receive athletic scholarships. 1973.
As a result of Roe v. Wade, the Supreme Court establishes a woman's right to safe and legal abortion, overriding the anti-abortion laws of many states.
1983. Sally Ride becomes America's first female astronaut when she spends 6 days in space. Today, about 25% of NASA's astronauts are women. 2000. Hillary Clinton becomes the first First Lady to be elected to public office. Clinton is the first woman in U.S. history to win a presidential party primary, and as the 2008 race takes place, she is running against Senator Barack Obama for the nomination of the Democratic Party. 2002 through 2005. Young women make their mark in the music industry. Singer, songwriter, and piano whiz Alicia Keys took home 5 Grammy Awards in 2002 and 4 more in 2005. Piano-playing singer, songwriter Norah Jones and her album Come Away With Me snagged 8 Grammys in 2003. Jones won 3 more of music's biggest awards in 2005. 2005. Condoleezza Rice became the second woman to serve as Secretary of State, the president's top advisor on foreign policy. As Secretary of State, Rice is the most powerful woman in President George W. Bush's cabinet. She's also one of the most powerful women in the world.
Arkansas.